Welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. And if I sound a little out of breath at the start of this episode, there is a very good reason for that. I've just played one of the most infuriating and confusing months of probably I've played on FM15. I've got a cut on my arm at the moment from where I slammed my arm on a table, and you'll see why in a sec. And I really should sort that out. I'm going to have to go put something on that in a sec. It's sort of caught, there's some like loose wood on the side of this desk and it's like cut my hand up. That's annoying. I didn't even hit it that hard. It just sort of really dug in. Anyway, yeah, so this was our last month of the season and it was an 8-game one, which meant that we had some serious fitness problems. But that is not why I'm annoyed, because that's what you're going to get. Everyone has the same problem. You know, people are playing. I mean, we had one more game than some of the other teams, but they had to do that same kind of crap. So it's not really that. We're going to jump straight in here, though. Our first game of the month was against Walsall, and it was disappointing. Like, the tactic we're playing now is absolutely dominating opponents. Like, most of the time we're getting more possession than them. We are almost always having more shots and generally more on target as well. Like 9 shots in this game on target and 21 of them are just being shots. I think we won 3-1 on clear cuts because the penalty's always a clear cut chance. Yeah, very, very frustrating. We should have won this game. Kieran Griffiths, though, is at least, he's genuinely stepping up like crazy. All of his stats are just flying up. Like, strength is going up, composure, concentration, leadership off the ball, penalty taking as well, which would be useful, but not quite anytime soon. Long shots, that's something he really does need to improve. But he is going to be an excellent player for us in the coming seasons. He equalised for us in this game with a fantastic goal, and believe me, Kieran Griffiths, you're going to see why I adore this guy later in the month. So yeah, a draw, it's not the worst result in the world, but it could have certainly done with being a bit better. It was a home win, a home game that I'd really marked out as one we should be winning. Next game, away at Crewe. Now, Crewe are top of the league, and they have actually, I think they've probably already won the league now. They are certainly top. In fact, I'm pretty certain they have won it and are promoted. And yeah, however, we weren't bad. I mean, we weren't awful. They probably did deserve the win in this game, but the way they won was what was really frustrating for me. Is Kalen Lavery, long range effort, and I mean very, very long range. It was their first actual shot of the game. Well, it's only 8 minutes in, so it's not a big surprise. We were doing quite well up until that point. Just Bass probably could have done better. The thing I didn't like about the goal is that there were 4 defenders around him, and he's a long way out, and he's somehow nobody put a tackle in. Very annoying. I know we've got set to close down less, but there's close down and there's put a tackle in when he's literally on top of you. Could be quite useful. Charlie Masonda's goal was almost, it was closer to the centre circle than it was to the penalty area. And again, Alex Bass led it in. He's not had a good game considering he's supposed to be very highly rated, but he's not got there yet. And then of course Rory Darling the penalty. Bit frustrating. I think it was 2-2 on clear cuts in the end. So I think we're unlucky to lose this one, but they are top of the league, so you can't really be too complacent there. Also, it should be pointed out that we lost Jack Watmore in the last game through injury, and he's missed every game since then, I think. Although, no, I think he came back for our last game, but he's been out for this month, and that's not been great. Hyam also picked up an injury here, as did Nathan Eccleston, which was not... I think I also had to take off someone else in this game too. Yeah, Danny East also came off injured, so we've not had a great month with injuries either. It sort of comes and goes, but this month has not been a good one. In our next game, we kind of got back to winning ways, and it was important because I said 24 points were up for grabs this month. I wanted to try and get as close to 15 points as we possibly could, because there are some really tough games, like Crewe away was one of them, and we lost, but that's, you know, not too much of a surprise. Thankfully, against Swindon, once again, as you can see, we absolutely dominated them. Like, we didn't give them barely any chances in this game. Kenneth McAvoy and Jed Wallace are 2 wonderful wingers, grabbing the goals for us in quick succession. We probably should have had more, and I was a little bit worried when we didn't, but we hung in there. Fogden also got a knock in this game. I don't think it was anything serious in it. Him and Griffiths are kind of alternating because we've got so many games at the moment. Although Griffiths is definitely my first choice man for that role. Then we went to Bristol City. And I gotta tell you, I was a little bit pissed at this one. I really, really was. Wes Burns' first goal was our fault. Like, it was a defensive error. Like, it was a poor header, I think, from Obeng, who's playing because both Maloney and Danny East are injured. So we've had to play Curtis Obeng this month, and it was so poor. He headed it across his own box, and then Burns brought it down, and Paul Jones just kept walking out, and he just put it into an empty net. So it's one of those things that happens. Thankfully, we managed to equalise through Jed Wallace, and that was great. You know, the equalise in off the ball was going up too for Jed Wallace, which is good to see. He's had a great season. we equalised through Wallace, which was spectacular, and we were back in the game and everything was good. Isaac Osborne then scored a free kick for Bristol City, which was a good free kick. Can't really deny the free kick. And then we scored a stupid own goal. We actually won the game 3-1 on clear-cut chances. So fucking frustrating. We created more chances, more shots. It's really starting to hurt now. More chances, more shots. But again, it obviously isn't all down to clear-cut chances. It's just so frustrating when you're clearly the better side, apart from perhaps in possession, and you still lose. That seems to be the way this tactic is working away from home. We need to figure out a way to shore things up defensively a bit. I mean, admittedly, we're unlucky with that own goal. Hyam just slid it into his own net, a free kick, and bad piece of defending. I mean, that's our fault. It's annoying. But that really did put the blinkers on it a little bit, because it's like, well, Bristol City, they were one of our main rivals to try and get in those playoff spots. And that really had me worried, because then suddenly you've lost 2 and 3. Thankfully, I say thankfully, next game, things got even worse. Home game, Scunthorpe. They had 1 shot in the entire game that was on target, and they very nearly scored it as well, I gotta say. That nearly went in. And I think we won 3-0? No, maybe 3-1 on clear-cut chances, because they did have that 1 shot on target that was... But we just couldn't break them down. We cannot seem to fucking score, and it's so annoying, because we're dominating these games. Okay, not quite so dominating this one, but they still didn't create anything. It took them until, like, I think, the 63rd minute to get a shot. We're doing well in these games, but we just cannot seem to find the net when we're playing well, and I don't know why, because both Marcus and Eccleston are both good strikers, and they've got really good scoring records, so I don't know what the problem is. It's really strange. In the next game... Thankfully, we actually managed to win this one, but the fact that Millwall were able to score twice in this game is what really pissed me. I know we've won anyway, and I shouldn't be complaining, but in fact, I'm going to just show you this, because I don't want you to think that I'm just talking bullshit when I say this. We won 7-0 on clear-cut chances in this game. And they scored 2 goals from that somehow. But John Sutton, do you remember what I said about John Sutton? He always seems to score against us. He does. No matter where he is on the pitch, he scores goals against us. But look, 7! There must be another way we can get to stats without having to load the actual... Is that something we can do? Can I actually load... Oh, no, that's the wrong button completely. Millwall. Let me just see if I can get to the stats for the game and not actually have to load the match stats. Is that better? Yeah, here we go. 7-0. And yeah, okay, we were 3-0 up and absolutely cruising. Millwall did not have a shot until their first goal. That was the first shot they'd had in the entire game. And it was a good long-range strike, but again, probably should have put a tackling. And then they immediately got another one. I thought, you fucking dare. If they'd have drawn 3-3 with us, with us winning so, like, being so dominant, I would have been furious. But my point is, that's how many chances we have to create away from home in order to actually win a fucking game, and it's a bit frustrating. But anyway, we did manage to win the game though. Nathan Eccleston grabbed himself a couple in this game, which was good to see. I love the fact he's wearing a training bib in the picture. That shows how often he actually gets on the pitch in real life at the moment, it would seem. They couldn't even find one with him wearing a shirt. But he did get 2 goals in this game. Danny Hollands also scored a great one. At that point, we were absolutely flying. He was his acceleration and balance are going down, but I guess it's because he's older. First touch and composure are going up, though, and it certainly showed with his goal, because he brought it down lovely, having gone through. Kieran Griffiths was also excellent in this game, despite not scoring. And then Adam Webster's late goal kind of... of course, it's Adam Webster. He's got so many goals for us this year. It's unreal. He's got stats going up as well. That's good to see. But yeah, so we did manage to win this one, and it kind of just gave us the hope. And by winning that game, it actually pretty much secured us a playoff spot. Like, not mathematically, but goal difference wise, we had a goal difference that was 24 better than Leyton Orient. So it was going to happen. Then comes this game. This game is the reason that I very nearly not broke my hand, but I've taken the skin off my knuckle. Not my knuckle, like the side of my hand, where I sort of slammed my hand down because I was so irritated, and it just sort of caught the side of the table. It's just taken it all off. So... we won the game. Well, obviously let's just take a look at the stats here. We can get the stats up in a different menu and look at it a bit more. So 4-2 is the clear-cut chances here. So we should be winning the game, like, in terms of pretty much everything. Although their pass completion was actually better than ours, which was interesting. But we were better in the air, few yellow cards, but we were just better all round. More shots, more on target, etc. But the problem was... Oh, we can customise it. I might have a look at that and see if we can do a better one, because I like showing you the clear-cut chances. That's not what I want. There we go. Right. McAvoy put us in front. Happy days. Great finish. Actually, it was a great pick out from Curtis Obeng to actually get us that chance. Then, I think it was... yeah, just before half-time, with their first shot of the game, Cameron Jerome equalises, and I was just in tatters at this point. These guys are in the relegation zone of this league and have got nout going on for them, really, and I was fuming then. But I thought, right, well, we're 1-1 at half-time. We're going to have to absolutely throw everything at them in this second period. So we did, and we started off really, really well. Missed a couple of good chances, I got to say. And then Cameron Jerome put them in front, and I was just... And that, coupled with the fact that Bristol City were doing all right at the time, meant I was in real trouble, because we could have potentially... I mean, we already secured a playoff spot, but we could have found ourselves going from challenging for that top playoff spot in third to slipping all the way down to finishing sixth and having to play against Bristol City in the playoffs. And I cannot... Like, we don't deserve to be sixth in this league. Thankfully... oh, yeah, and then what happened after that is... This was where I smashed my hand up. They got a penalty on 71 minutes. Outside the fucking box. Like, they really do need to do something about that. Like, it was right... the whole of his, like, circle was outside the area. And it didn't look like a penalty to me anyway, because he won. The ball was taken. So, I don't know. It's very, very frustrating. They missed it, thank God. And then things actually turned a little bit better. Jed Wallace put in a great ball in 83 minutes, and Nathan Eccleston equalised, and oh, I was so happy. I kind of wish I'd LiveCom this game, but I also kind of didn't, because at one point I nearly fell off my chair with rage. This is probably the most angry I've ever got at Football Manager, this one game. And also one of the more happy things, because of what actually happened in this one. So, Eccleston... was able to level up for us, and the draw would have actually been okay for us, but the win, when Kieran Griffiths he arrived in the box late and smashed it in the top corner. He's pretty much just secured us the top playoff spot, and I will now show you how that has all shaped up. So here we go. This is League One now. We are guaranteed either third or fourth in the league, no matter what happens in today's away game against Oldham. It's basically a case of Bristol City are away at Millwall, so you'd think they're probably going to win there. But because of the way our goal difference is and that like late winner, it means that we can actually draw away at Oldham and still get third spot, and it's given us that huge freedom, and I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to, but I think we're going to. So yeah, that's basically how the league is. It looks like, well, Southend could still get in the playoffs. Leyton Orient also, so it's between Rochdale, Mansfield, Leyton Orient and Southend for those last two spots. Given the choice, I would adore playing someone like Leyton Orient, because we've done quite well against them this year. Mansfield I'd take as well, or Southend, frankly. Just anyone but Rochdale, really. Rochdale I think we've not had a great time against this year. So anyway, that brings us to today's game against Oldham Athletic. Oh no, we're going to take a look at the stats too, what we're talking about. Goals. So, top goal scorer for us now is Jed Wallace and Marcus with 18 each. That is how good Wallace has been, with 52 appearances as well. I think that's the most. Note Webster with 53. And 7 goals from a centre-back is crazy. Assists, well, Jed Wallace up there with 20. But McAvoy with 12 and 12 is pretty damn good as well. Hanley with 10 for a fullback is great. Player of the match, Wallace, of course. I really wanted to be player of the season, but it looks like Jack O'Connell's got it. Pass rating, Partington, but who will be leaving in the summer, I think. I think we need to get some more centre mids, but slightly better ones, especially if we get promoted. And I'm hoping to make Sam Mantum captain. Yellow cards, Webster with 11. That's quite a few, actually. Just the one red, which was Watmore. Average rating, Wallace and Webster tied for the top. So, team selection. This is what we got. Let's just do a quick pick to see what we've actually... Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. Show filter. Right, quick pick. Webster is gonna... Oh, yeah. See, the problem is, like, this is what we've got for injuries. Gary Gardner's out. Maloney's not fit properly yet. Surely I'd rather have Danny East. No, he's not that fit either. That might just be the best result here. Mantum, Hollands, Griffiths, McAvoy, Eccleston. Eccleston has been playing a lot better than Marcus lately, so I've actually been playing him. Like, if you look at his sort of last 5... it's definitely better. Marcus has actually been really poor in the games he's played. I don't know why, because it's the same kind of system, but hey, I'm going with who's playing well, and who's playing well is Nathan Eccleston. So, yeah, we're getting a bit more fluid with this tactic. Our passing style is improving. Like, it's still not perfect yet. That's the one thing, because we turned off the short passing. It's taken a little while to adjust to that. But we're away from home, but I think I'm going to keep it on look for the overlap, because that does seem to work better for us. So, yeah, that's how we do. Watmore is back now, which is good. Webster at right back isn't ideal, but we'll have to make do with it. So let's get into the game. Now, I won't gonna, things aren't going to be too angry in this game unless something really bullshitty happens. I wouldn't be surprised, because we're going to finish third or fourth anyway. But I'd prefer to finish third, because I think we deserve it over the course of the season. Plus, look at that goal difference. We've been superb. When we've won big. It's just those niggly losses and games where we shouldn't be losing or drawing, but we are, and it's frustrating, and that's the sort of crap we need to cut out of our game. So, ooh, they've got an interesting system. That's almost like 2 different teams. Look at the team they've got. It's Dominic Polion, Majewski, Cuvalier. Is that... No. Fucking hell. Oldham have got a bloody good... Like, they've got some really well-known players. Is that Kirk Broadfoot as well? Is that Armand Traore? Of course it fucking is. Jesus Christ. Is that... They've got some decent, like... Admittedly, some of these are quite old, but, like, is that Lloyd Doyley as well? Yeah. Giles Coke, probably? Yep. He was highly rated at one point, if I remember. Or was that Giles Barnes? I don't know. I think he signed for Fulham for a bit. I don't know. They've got quite a lot of well-known players. They're not doing well in the league, though. So, yeah. Let's see how we do, guys. I mean, that's all we can really do. I really want Griffiths to put in a good performance because I think he could genuinely be one of the standout players for us this year. Look, 9 goals isn't bad for the lad. Considering he's like 17, 18 years old. I can't remember if he was 17 or 18. In fact, he may well have changed over the course of this year from 17 to 18. So, that's good. I think he's one of the key players for us at the moment. He's getting better. Right, let's go for this game, guys. You can see the league table in the top left-hand corner because we kind of need that. It's Bristol City's game is the only one that really matters to us at the moment. They are, of course, no, they're at home, aren't they, to Millwall. So I think they probably are going to win that one. But if we can just draw here at Oldham, it won't matter what Bristol City do. And if Bristol City do fail to win, then we're going to get that 3rd place anyway. That's the lowest we can finish is 4th today. So hopefully Bristol City will do us a favour and screw up. But Oldham have started quite well here. Good interception by Danny Hollins. Whips it long and that's gone to no one. Broadfoot now bringing the ball down. Out to Nitcham. And again, intercepted Griffiths. Can he pick a good ball through? No, he can't. He needs to be a bit quicker off the mark there, Griffiths. Now, can he do it again? He's going to lose it again here, isn't he? Nope, manages to offload it to Kenneth McAvoy. That's good. He does dwell on the ball a little bit sometimes, Griffiths. God, this is a really tight sort of game. We need to look a bit more expansive with the passing, but... You know, I don't want to put it on long balls because there we go. That's a bit more vision. Webster can knock this around the corner here. Oh, he has. There we go. Wallace. Someone got on the end of this, please. Wallace whips it in. Eccleston. Oh, it's missed. That was a big chance there. Kieran Griffiths picks the ball up on the right-hand side and he's going to lose the ball to Lanzoni. Or is he going to win it back? No. Not a bad chance there. Eccleston, very tight angle. Gotta say, would have been very, very pleased had he put it in the net, but I'm not angry that he didn't. Let's put it that way. It's good to just see that we actually are creating stuff in this game. It's pretty even. We're having a little bit more possession. They're having a couple more shots, but probably from long range. Uh-oh. Corner time. Go on. That's a good clearance, and Griffiths has got this here. Go on, get it on field. That's it. Looks the long ball for Eccleston. Eccleston's going to have to do a lot of work, though, unless he can pick out Wallace, which he has. It's a little bit overhit, though. So Wallace may have to look for a cross here. Whips it in, and... That looked offside. I don't know. Nope! Oldham 0. Portsmouth 1. Kenneth McAvoy, you beautiful Gareth Bale-looking bastard. Oh... I always get worried that they're going to be offside, and that would actually give us a great chance. And it looks at the moment like Leyton Orient would be the team we'd be playing in. Oh my god, Rochdale are going to fall out entirely. I'll take that, because we've not been great against them this year. Wallace does well here. Over the overhit pass, and McAvoy making the run. Oh, what a finish. Well done, Kenneth. Right, so that is Oldham 0, Pompey 1, and that means that they're going to have to score twice to stop us getting into that spot in the league. Into 3rd spot now, because we have to lose here, and Bristol City have to win. So we need a 3-goal swing. Things are looking good, but as you know, in football and in life, things can change very bloody quickly. So let's not get complacent now. Whipped across, and that's going to be intercepted. Webster, what? That's a bit poor. Unless Griffiths has done well there. Eccleston needs to make a run though. See what I mean about him dwelling on it? I know he's trying to dribble a little. Well, that's a good ball in actually, all the way across and comes away. And oh, get to it first. Get to it first. Well done, Raheem. If he could look long to the right-hand side. There we go. That's a good ball for Griffiths, who's still out there. Whips it across, and Eccleston, oh, it's in! Oh, it's not Eccleston, was it? Yes, it is. Sorry, I apologise. My voice just went supersonic there. It's Oldham 0, Portsmouth 2, and that was Kieran Griffiths with a great ball in. Hanley, good vision to find Griffiths out there, and a lovely ball. And the first time cross from Griffiths, Eccleston with a big header, and it's only just crossed the line, but I don't give a shit. Oldham 0, Portsmouth 2, and that surely now is us finishing 3rd today. And that's actually going to be 3 straight wins, and that's going to give us a bit of momentum going into those playoffs, which we couldn't really ask for more. Ooh, right, let's just chill. Well, no, it's not chill, but like, we're doing okay. But a single goal for Oldham, and you know how quickly things can change. Has there actually been any clear-cut chances in this game? Oh, we've had 1. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if it was that or the first goal. More like the first goal, because McAvoy was literally on the goal line. waiting to put that in. As long as we can avoid conceding like early in this second half. Oh dear. He says as they literally get in a position to do exactly that. Probably. Oh, I'm sensing far post. Oh, maybe they're just going to play it around or a penalty. Oh god. And it begins. I mean, fair play. It's a good bit of play from Oldham. We need to do better at defending that second phase of set pieces. That's where we're conceding a lot of goals. We've stopped conceding them from the initial set pieces. The problem has come from these second phases where the ball comes back out. But I can't go to close down more because that will affect how we play in general. And I just want them to close down more directly after set pieces. I wish there was a setting that would allow you to do that. If you know of a setting like that, then let me know, because that would be very, very useful. And Oldham are starting to get a little bit more of this game now. And they're looking good for these long throws as well. Jeng, somebody, right. Second phase again here. No, not top court. Oh my god. Give up. I give up. Like, I don't know how we can defend these second phases. This seems to be long throws are causing us all kinds of problems. Ball comes back out, gets it down, and just they can just score from that kind of range. That happens so much. We're conceding so many. Oh no! Come on, not another one. Let's not get the bullshit to an. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that crap. They've had no. Seriously, 3 goals from long throw-ins, all with the same. Oh my god. That looked like it bouncing off the. Oh my Jesus. I don't even know what to do now. I mean, at the moment, Bristol City aren't causing us any problems. I think they're actually losing. Oh no, maybe not. But a single goal for them, and suddenly we may have to go on to overload soon, just to try and fight our way back into this game. What more to clear? And McAvoy could win this. He has. Eccleston, Hanley, somebody make a run. Kieran Griffiths drops it into Eccleston. If we can get a goal back now and level things up, we've maybe got a chance if we push for it later on. Eccleston, Hollands. Oh wow, okay. What is with long shots in this game? This particular game. What a strike from Hollands. I mean, I'd be pissed off if that happened to me, so fair enough. I think it's kind of balancing itself out, but still, I don't think we deserve to concede 3 goals in such quick succession. That's total crap. All of the same goal as well. How far? What a hit! Golly should have had that. That's poor goalkeeping, right? I'm probably not going to change too much now. It's level. It shouldn't be level. This game we should be winning this game. Do everyone? We've got players that are on yellow cards, and I can't afford to have them missing things like the playoffs. So Mansell's not had a great game so far. We're going to bring on Glenn Close, and who else has been? Joe Wallace hasn't actually been that good, but we've not really. Oh, actually, what is that really wise? Screw it. Hopefully, Bristol City don't screw us now. I say screw us by being better than us. Crew have got a lot of points. Yeah, you're right. He is doing quite well. Let's just mark him a little bit. God, if we were to turn this around and actually win again, that would be entertaining. Just a little bit annoying for me in a sense because. Oh, they've got the ball. Win the header. Well done. Adam Webster brings it down here. He's doing alright at right back today, I've got to say. Hollands. Griffiths. There's some lovely football from Pompey. Oh, and Eccleston. What on earth was he trying to do there? That is terrible. Let's see. 15 minutes to go. There's no emphasis on us to actually need to win this one, so I don't want to push forward and get caught out because a loss could cause us all kinds of problems. The draw would be fine. That will guarantee us the 3rd spot, unless Bristol City are going to put like 10 past whoever they're playing in the last few minutes. Millwall have done alright against them, it seems. I'm still a bit disappointed that we haven't actually won here, though. What more? Oh, is it the crossbar as well? So, again, we create better chances, don't win away from home. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We're doing well in these games, and still not winning them. Although I've got to sort something out to defend long throws, but I haven't conceded. That's insane. 3 goals from long throw-ins and the second phase of the long throw. That's mental. They should sign Rory Delap. Kieran Griffiths is man of the match again, which is great to see. But all of that means that we are actually in the playoffs, and that is huge for us. Let's still take a look at the league table properly, though, on the next screen. 3-3 draw. Not quite what I expected at half-time when you're 2-0 up. Let's see. So, here we go. Overview. We're in the playoffs now, and we're playing Leyton Orient. It's kind of what I wanted, to be fair, and to see Rochdale drop out doesn't exactly make me feel bad, let's put it that way. Let's see. Bristol City, We'll play Mansfield. That's going to be tough for them. I think we're probably going to end up playing Bristol City in the playoff final if we do get through anyway. But, you know, it's nice to avoid making things harder for ourselves, you know. So there we have it, guys. We are in the playoffs, and we're going to be playing Leyton Orient over 2 legs. And basically what's going to happen is tomorrow you will see Bolton and Swindon got relegated. Let's just take a little look at Swindon, Chesterfield, Blackpool, of course, and Gillingham actually came bottom. All got themselves relegated. As Yorker up. McDonald's, Tranmere also. Fleetwood, Exeter, Luton, and Oxford are in the playoffs. Port Vale and Eastleigh are relegated. Figured I'd just have a little look at the British leagues while we're here. And, oh, that's the playoff final. So, Braintree against one of them. In the league, who came up? Northampton. Oh, I forgot they were relegated. And bottom, Margate, Bromley, Welling, and Dartford. Wow. Jesus Christ. Margate. Ooh, they've had a mare. Maregate. Oh, dear. Sorry. Championship. Norwich, Reading, and... No, Norwich and Reading are up. Bournemouth, Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff, and Brighton. Fulham, what are you doing? Come on, still. Birmingham go down again. Barnsley and Bolton are relegated. Wow. I actually did get offered a couple of championship jobs. I think one of them was Bolton, so that's not a huge surprise. They have been pretty poor. Who about the Premier League? There's still a few games to go. Chelsea look in the driving position, though. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, and QPR, are you kidding me, are up in the top 6, which is quite crazy. Man United down in 9th, Spurs in 10th. Palace, Huddersfield, and West Ham look doomed. I don't know, actually it looks quite tight. West Ham do look a bit doomed, though. So there we go. Jordan Rhodes is the top Premier League goal scorer, so have that. Right. So, yeah, basically what's going to happen is in the next episode, it will be a double header, kind of like I did with my St. Pauli relegation playoff. So we'll be playing both legs of the playoff in the same episode. So I won't, you know, I'll disappear and do the bit in between the legs so that you don't have to watch that, because it will take a while. Believe me, my computer's appalling. And then if we do get through to the final, obviously that will be in its own episode. But I might play that one on like extended highlights so that we get a bit more excitement, and also it'll give me more time to analyse things if stuff happens without automatically conceding a goal. So yeah. That is the plan. So guys, if you'd like what you're seeing, please feel free to drop a like on the episode, and if you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and St. Pauli in your inbox every day at 5:30 and 8. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the Leyton Orient games. Oh, this is going to be a toughie. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.